To find the volume of a pyramid or a cone, we're going to use the formula b times h divided by 3. B, as always, is going to stand for the area of the base, and h is going to stand for the height of the pyramid or cylinder. So, as we've always done, let's go ahead and start by identifying what our base is. So, in a pyramid or cone, it's fairly easy to find the base. It's the side that's opposite the vertex, the side across from the point of it. And let's start out with doing b and h. Those are the two things I'll need to find. Well, the height you can find right from the diagram. The height, remember, is inside, straight up from the vertex down to the bottom, so the height of this pyramid is going to be 9. For the area of the base, I need to see what shape I have, and I can see that I have a triangle in this case, and specifically, I've got a right triangle. To find the area of a triangle, it's 1/2 times the base times the height. Now, notice, as we've discussed before, we're using base and height to represent different things. So 6 is the height of the triangle, 9 is the height of the pyramid. So just be careful not to mix those up. So 1/2 times 4 times 6 gets me a base area of 12. And then now that I know those two pieces of information, I can find the volume of this pyramid. It's the area of the base, which is 12, times the height, which is 9, but then because that's what it would be if it was a prism, just base times height. But since I come to a point, I need to divide off some of that extra volume and divide by 3, since I have 3 dimensions. So getting a calculator to do 12 times 9 and then divide that by 3, I get a final volume of 36. Make sure you include good labels. Volume is always cubed, so this will be meters cubed. As we discussed in a previous video about the volume of prisms and cylinders, if your if your solid is tilted sideways, like it is in the example of the cone, it doesn't matter. The volume doesn't change. Whether that height is straight up and down or slanted, it doesn't matter for your volume. So we're still going to find the area of the base, and we're still going to find the height. The height in this figure is the 4.5. That height may not... that height's not going to be a slanted height. That height's always going to be straight up and down. So whether it's in the center or not, it may not be in the center for these figures. But as long as your height is straight up and down, you're good. To find the area of the base, well, my base is a circle, obviously in a cone. So I'm going to use the formula pi times the radius squared to get the area of the base. So using a calculator and getting an approximate answer, I come up with a base area of about 15.20. And finally, using those two pieces of information, I can find the volume of this cone. Even though it's oblique and slanted sideways, it doesn't matter. It's going to have the same volume. So I'm going to do 15.2 times the height, which is 4.5. And then don't forget, anytime you have a figure that comes to a point, such as a pyramid or a cone, you need to divide that volume by 3. Getting a calculator to do that gets me an approximate volume of about 22.8. And once again, include good labels. This would be centimeters cubed.